Hello and welcome to another Budget Model Railways video and another little update on our loft layout, because actually we've got quite a bit done. I don't know why, I was busy doing all my shunting layouts downstairs, which you've seen the videos on, and they've gone down very well. But it did suddenly occur to me, all this time I've got to come up in the loft and see if we could make a bit of progress with the loft, which we have. Because what you can see we've done is I've built a lot of the raised areas. So this is the whole raised area now for this station area, and we'll have a little town scene up here. Couldn't be made more simply. It's this double thickness corrugated card. This was actually some Amazon packaging from Christmas, and it's just a honeycomb. It's just cross pieces. But what has changed it is the use of foam board. So I went out luckily just before lockdown and bought 4 big sheets from Hobbycraft for 10 quid, £2.50 a big sheet. It's fabulous stuff for doing the tops of this. It does reinforce what we said. To stick this down, I had this piled that high with hardback books, and it took the weight. It does, which we've said before, why are people using plywood and timber to make raised sections? This is more than strong enough to carry anything we want. All the tracks areas now have been down for several years. They've been made from corrugated cardboard with no issues. So I know a few of you have commented your building layouts. If you're building raised areas, there's nothing wrong with cardboard and fiberboard. So I'm really pleased with this now. The station's in place. We've got our footbridge, just got this wonderful little suburban town. We've done the extensions on the houses at the back, so they sit further back. I've even found a couple of old Metcalfe garages. So we're beginning now to get quite a nice little suburban station there. Then if Doug swings to the right, then the other new addition is I've added nearly 4.5–5 inches of raised area to the back here. Now this means we can put some buildings here, potentially industrial, like you see there, to link in with the industrial area. And then in the front now, we've built all the raised area which you saw us making before, but it's now stuck down. I'm not now actually going to put a bridge across to here. It's a bit tight. What we will do though is have a footbridge across there to connect to whatever building goes in here. The big change, one of the reasons I like reading books is I got a book recently on coaches because I wanted to find out a bit about coaches. But a picture on the back cover gave me the idea for this. So I've never been entirely happy with this coming all the way here. What did we do here? We couldn't really put a second row of buildings. And I got the idea of doing this. So this will now be a road, new retaining wall, and this is a road at a lower level. We'll go down to the warehouse. It'll run along here and out through there somewhere. Little idea that came to me, if Doug swings right down, this will be a post office sorting area. So I'm going to leave this as a gap on the wooden blocks, and we'll build a little sorting office, a loading dock in there, put some post office vans in, accessed from the road, very much like what I used to see at London Victoria in the 80s when I used to commute. And you'll also get a sneaky look then down into the station, but it just adds a bit of traffic there. So that's the big changes. And then probably the biggest change is here. Now this was the goods yard, but in discussion, me and Doug decided that we really did want some countryside, a bit like the layout downstairs, Homeward Vale. So this was originally then, I've lifted the goods yard and this was going to be a big hill, countryside. But I then decided to run, we've got the point here that came in, a little incline up to a tiny little country station, a little independent line going down. Now what's made this possible, and I'll try and run it up here, so just to show that the incline works, is we've got our little auto coach. Now the big advantage of the auto coach is that we don't need a passing loop at the top. And if we don't need a passing loop at the top, we've got a lot of room. And so that's what we've done. And you can just see how easy that goes up. It rises 4.5 centimetres. Doug will show you the holes. I did need to cut some holes to get the screwdriver in to lift the track so that the incline actually starts a bit further round. But it still only inclines from there to there. It'll quite happily push 3 short coaches up. This is a new idea. We might put it in the range if people want it. So this is an auto brake coach. So this is 3 coaches in one. It's an auto coach, the brake coach for when I'm going the other way pulling goods wagons and mixed goods, and a passenger coach. Very useful for my little light railway in there. And what I'll be able to do is keep coaches and wagons here, almost like a shunting puzzle, shunting them into the order I need. I might want to run passenger or goods or passenger goods. The other way I've decided to save space is the building will go here with a little island platform, which means I don't need to come building platform and lose all my hill. Another thing I learnt from a photo is I'd like to run some cattle animal wagons in here, and if I have a little roading ramp, some stations used removable barriers, so we'll be able to have a little bit of goods, a little bit of animal livestock, a little bit of passenger, and I've got the whole history and purpose of this in my head, which we'll talk about another time. And then this will become, and this shows you the corrugations, how we make, I don't know if Doug can show that, and it's absolutely solid when you use double thickness corrugated card. Because this will be raised for the platform, we're not far off. Little village in there, put a covered area on the top as well, really steep hill running down a lane and into the station. So country village, trees, tiny little station, trees, hill, all the way through here. It's going to be simple. It's just going to be one big hill, green, lots of trees, and at the back here we'll get trees in here. If I grab one, I've just banged my head. So you get the idea, they'll be on a little grass bank all through here, and I've got enough of them to do them tree to tree. So this then will be country area, little station. Oh, I forgot to mention this, look, on my little light railway, the engine shed. I'll have to put some power in, but one of the concepts I've always had is a complete private independent railway where everything's in one place. So the loco can live here, I've got my station, the rolling stock can stay up here, it'll run down into the main station, which is its purpose, and it can also run round to the wharf. So the idea is you've got a little local businessman in about 1898, 1901, when the Light Railway Acts came in, getting permission to build a line down into the bay to run their goods down into the town. Think of I think it's Cowstock, Gunny's Lake in Portsmouth, where the hills were too steep for the road traffic, and it's why that line is still open, albeit in a very truncated form. So quite a lot done. We've now got a little light railway and an incline. We haven't had an incline since our very first layout, Greenhill Hall. We've got all our raised area here, but that's now changed, cut back, road, post office. Might even put my little school in there. If Doug waits a second, I'll reach across. I love the idea. I've got a new one as well. That's an old one. I love the idea of the school with a playground with the kids watching the trains go by. And then we've got this, which I'm really looking forward to doing something with. I can't remember the name of it now. Oh, Stoke to Abanon is a little place in Surrey. I used to have a customer. And there, the station is down the end of a road, and there's a filling station and a row of shops. And so I really like this. The back scene will go here, so it doesn't interfere with the fiddle yard, but the road will go off through there somehow fictionally. Just get the station in. Little suburban station on the main line. So I'm really pleased with the way it's coming along. It only actually took me 2 hours to build all these raised areas, because it's a bit like junk modelling. Ruler, scraps of card, glue it down, bang the top down, and there you go. I've obviously got to extend here as well because it's a little bit short, but we'll get some fiberboard and we'll bring that out to put the key in there, and we might even bring it like this so that we can put something here and the key will just be down there. But I've got my barges, and we're going to use these buildings now. They fit. The whole layout's been designed. I didn't spend the extortionate price. I got these from one of the exhibitions we went to. I can't remember if it was Sompting or Bognor, for like £3 a building. So yeah, lots of work done, and bit of a spur of the moment, but we might as well use this lockdown to get as much model railways as we can done. Thank you to everybody for watching and subscribing and being members and commenting. Hope you're all keeping well and safe. And we might as well do something with the model railways while we've got the time, because I suspect once lockdown finishes, everybody's going to find they're very, very busy. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll speak to you again soon. Hi, thanks for watching the video and for the nice comments. Click on the left for a previous video in this series, click on the right for another video you might enjoy, and please don't forget to click to subscribe, like, comment, etc. Thanks again.